school, and just about everyone is going to be doing Stocktake. Now, the SmartSuite Stocktake is a pretty comprehensive, very easy to use system if you know how it works. And it's probably going to be the easiest Stocktake you've ever done. So to make it easy for everybody, we've decided to break up the Stocktake YouTube sessions into 4 mini little sessions. So at least you get an appreciation of all the different parts of it, and you can start it off and then follow along with our system and participate in the various different sections. So there's at least 4 of them, and the first one is about creating a Stocktake and understanding it, and then scanning items into the Stocktake. Then we're going to go into doing analysis and reporting, and then closing off, and then reporting again out of the Stocktake system. Okay, so in this section, creating and scanning records, creating a Stocktake and then scanning records into a Stocktake. So the first thing you need to do is you need to be signed in. Okay, and when you sign in, if you click on the menu, you need to have Stocktake. If you don't have Stocktake in there, that means you do not have librarian rights. So you have to be, at a bare minimum, a librarian logged in user with librarian rights. So when you click on that, you just go to Stocktake. And what this will do is it will automatically bring you all the existing Stocktakes on the system. Okay, you can leave them there forever, or you can just go ahead and delete it. But if you want to create a brand new Stocktake, that's the button that you press on. You go new and you give it a name, any name you like. So in this case, Michael's Stake of the General Office Fiction A to G, call numbers. Okay, so you've got a lot of latitude as to how much information you put in there, and then you just click on the start date. I'm going to start it today. Okay, and it's just for documentation, so if someone's looking at it later on and they'll go, oh, Michael did a Stocktake there, when did he do it? Oh, on the 17th of September. That's all it's for. The next thing you do on the next prompt is selecting the items you need to Stocktake. Now this is very, very, very important. Okay, so let's start. You don't have to enter all of the combinations on here. You can choose whatever combination you're going to do. So in my case, because I said it was the A to G, so I will go anything starting from fiction space A to fiction space G Z Z Z Z Z. That means my call numbers in the fiction area start with F for fiction, then a space, and then A whatever. And I'm going to do it to F for fiction space G, because I want all the G's. I'll go G Z Z Z Z Z. Okay, and then that will just select that group if that's what you want to do. Okay, now I'm not going to select that group because I'm going to go a bit broader. I could have just chosen that, but I can say no, I'm going to do it by media type. So when I click on the media, there's all my different media types there. Okay, and I can say I want to look at just the books. Okay, and that's it. So you just close that. So now it says I'm going to do Stocktake equal to books. Okay, however, if I went in there, I could say and documents and ebooks and DVDs, and when I exit close out of here, there they all are. Okay, but now I'm just going to do books because that's a pretty big group. Now within groups, I'm going to choose a location. So I'll click on location, and there's all my different locations. Okay, but I'm going to go to general library. And again, I could choose other areas as well. Okay, or I can just say, no, close. So what I've got is I've got a media of books, and I've got a location of general library. Okay, now I can still go ahead and do a whole bunch of other areas as well. Okay, and subdivide it into different areas. So I could have gone and sublocation equal to. If that's all I want, I can close it, okay, and say that's my only selection. Or I can say, no, I now want to choose a site or from a barcode range. Now, I'm deliberately going to do this. I said, no, I just want a media of book and a location of general library. If I go save, watch what happens. And it says, no, you have to choose a copy status. What's the copy status? Let's have a look. So when I click on copy status, I've got a status of available, of customs, of in repair, of law. So which material do you want to look for? 99% of time, people don't stock take items that are on loan. They don't stock take items at the check desk area. They don't check items with the status of newly acquired. They generally say, if it's in any of these other statuses, I know where they are and what they are, or I'm supposed to know that. So I'm interested only on what's available. Okay. So if I close out of here, now I'm saying the media has to be book, the location has to be general library, the copy status has to be available. Now I can go save, and it will go ahead and it'll grab all the material that met that particular classification. But it produces this transparent screen that 99% of people, managers of the library system never go into, and they just generally go close there. So let me explain what this is. Okay, this screen is only if you are going to ask students to help you do the count. And so because students only have a role of students, they have very limited access, you can go ahead here and add students onto the system and give them a login to the Stocktake to go and do the count. So I could have gone SMITH Smith, and it'll say which Smith, and it'll bring up all the students up here, and you choose which Smith you want. Okay, or alternatively you can go, no, I'm just going to exit out of this system altogether. Okay, but if you chose a staff member to help you with the system, you can certainly go ahead and choose that particular staff member to get out of the system. But I'm just going to close out of there because I don't want anyone that's not got legitimate logins who, when they log in, will have a menu, and when they have a menu, they will have certain rights, including having the Stocktake there, which is staff members. Okay, now what it produces for you here is, here are all the items you need to find. Okay, made up of 8,380 items. Okay, but the system's already counted 8 of them. So you are actually missing 8,372. So in those few seconds that I've been talking to you, certain books have either been checked in or checked out of that particular area of the Stocktake. So it raises the next question: do I need to shut the library down? And the question is absolutely not. Okay, so sorry for all those people that want to shut the library for 6 weeks to do Stocktake. You don't have to. If I was a library manager, would I shut the library down? Well, if you don't want people getting in your way and fiddling with the collection that you've just worked on and pulling books out and pushing it back on the shelves and misfiling them or whatever, probably it's a good idea to close it, but you do not have to. Circulation can still continue and cataloging can still continue, because as you catalog items in the location, in the media of book and in the location of the general library and a copy status of available, as material moves around in there, it'll be system counted. So you don't have to physically go and count them. Now, what happens if someone just came and brought some books back and put it on their shelf and it was flagged as on loan, but all of a sudden it's in the Stocktake and you flag it? What happens? Nothing. It just goes, oh, okay, I'll count that as part of the library because it's within those range. Okay, so it's just business as usual in the library. Now, what will happen is, as you keep zapping in books, what's going to happen is they will disappear off this list. Okay, so at any point in time, what you can do is you can go filter and filter to be counted. Okay, and then just refresh that, and what's to be counted will be here. You can go, no, I don't want what's to be counted. I want all counted material. And then you go filter and it'll show you what has been counted so far within this particular Stocktake, those particular 8 items. Or you can say, no, I want the manual counted items. Okay, and of course I haven't zapped in any, so those are the manual counted items. Or you can say, no, just show me everything that's in this particular range, and that's the 8,372 items that are here. Okay, and you can see I've got 168 pages, and you can go give me the next page and the next page and the next page. Okay, and just keep going down. So the whole idea about the Stocktake, when you're counting, whenever you go into a Stocktake and you come to this page that shows you what you need to count, it'll give you a summary up here and give you a list that you can filter what I've counted, what needs to be counted, what the system has counted, give you all of that information up here. Okay, all right, how do I go about counting them? Well, that's easy. You just click that barcode up there. Okay, and when you click that barcode up there, you enter the barcode of the items here. So I'm going to count that barcode which I know exists, and up it'll come, and that barcode which exists, and up it'll come. Okay, now that was a red, you may or may not be able to see the color, and that's a black. Now the reason why this was a red, and this is why it gave you that funny sound, is because it's saying to you there's an issue with this item. Not an issue for the Stocktake, it's just saying there's an issue. The barcode you've given me is out. It's possibly not a media of a book, or it's not in that general library location, or the status is not available. But if you have a look at the location, it says that it's the A7 storeroom. Okay, and you go, no, it's not. That catalog record is wrong. So what you do is you click on the title, it'll take you to the catalog record, and you go to the copy area and fix that individual barcode. Okay, and then when you exit, it'll come back over here. So with SmartSuite Stocktake, you get notified as you enter the barcode on here, and you can click on the title and fix it. And what that means is, if you are fixing the errors as you go along, what it's going to do for you is, when you say you finish counting the Stocktake, what the system's going to say to you is that, let's just go back in here. So let's go back into the Stocktake and just go into the Smart Stocktake. Okay, and that's the Stocktake I was dealing with, Michael's Take of the General Office. So when I click that on, all this information will have been updated with all the fixes that you did on the fly. So if they needed to be there, it'll be in there, and it would have been counted, and it'll appear as not just a manual count, it'll be a system counted one, and that will get fixed automatically. So all you need to do, click on that barcode, go back into the Stocktake and enter another item. Okay, no problems. Another item, another item, another item. A different sound. Remember that? Remember that sound? Whoops. Okay, whenever you get that kind of sound, it's saying, oh, I can't believe I had a barcode with that number. But what it's saying is, it's an error. It's an error. Okay, but if you have a correct, different sound. All right, so fix the errors as you go along. So when you finish zapping everything, you should be able to go back into your Stocktake, call up your Stocktake, And if you've zapped everything in, the theory is you'll say, I want to filter to be counted, and I want to filter that, update, refresh it. You should have nothing in here. Or you should have 6 in here, and in that 6, the system will say that the missing is 6. And that's all there is to creating a Stocktake and going into the count. Very simple, very easy. Now the issue is, you're saying that I can walk around the shelf and fix records as they come up. Can I run this Stocktake on a laptop, on a trolley? Straight answer is yes. Let's take it one step further. I've only got iPads and I've got dozens of them. Why can't we do the Stocktake on an iPad? The answer is yes. That's a good idea. Keep having those kind of thoughts. You say, yes, but an iPad barcode reader, I got a quote for it and it's $900. Well, I've got some news for you. Why don't you do this? Go to eBay, okay? And in eBay, search for iPad Bluetooth barcode reader. It doesn't have to be an iPad, just say Bluetooth barcode reader, okay? And you can use any of these, okay? So you can see them, just very simple to use, and they'll work with an iPad, Android pad, even your mobile phone, okay? Now, what I recommend you do before you go and buy any one of these, I'm going to remove the word iPad. So I'm just looking for Bluetooth barcode reader. Okay. And now see this one for $64. See that little dongle there? You could have bought that and it'll work with your iPad or mobile phone. However, that little dongle means you can then plug it into your circulation desk PC, that little dongle, and now all of a sudden that'll work with your circulation desk machine as well. This one won't because it doesn't have a little dongle, okay? And neither with this one. This one will. There's the dongle, okay? And you can have a look at different readers here, and 99% of them will work with your iPad and your Android pad. Okay, there's another $65 one, and that's the little dongle. Okay, so if you're going to do Stocktake, all right, just think in terms of doing that on an iPad, on an Android pad. You can even do it on a barcode reader that stores all the barcodes, okay? And then you have to manually download it into the system. If you do it that way, it's not faster, okay? Because if you take your barcode reader and you zap 200 books, and then you come back into the system, which we're going to do in the next session, and then download that into the system, the problem is any errors will not be picked up. You will then have to wait for the Stocktake to finish, print out a list of errors, then manually go and try and find those errors and then try and fix those errors. Very, very long-winded way. So why not use a laptop, a PC on a trolley, use an iPad, an Android pad, and then just with one of those $60 barcode readers, fix. So when you go and zap in something, and even if you're looking at the records here, and you go, why is this one in my thing? It doesn't belong here. Click on the title, takes you to the catalog record, do whatever you need to do to fix it, get it out of the system, because it doesn't belong in the general library. It should really be in the science department. Fix it. That's the whole idea about zapping the barcodes online on a device that displays everything, okay? And you will enjoy doing a Stocktake. Can you have 3 people all doing the same count all at the same time? Straight answer is yes. No ifs or buts. Yes, you can. Can you have 3 people all doing different stock takes all at the same time? One doing the A to G's, another one doing the M to O's. Absolutely. Another one doing the non-fiction. No problem. Another one doing the teacher's reference. So you can have as many concurrent people doing stock take, excuse me, and you can have as many stock takes all going at the same time. Do you have to start them off all at the same time? No. Do you have to end them all at the same time? No. The system will treat you as if you were the only one doing stock take, and really don't care about the others. You just keep doing your stuff. Thank you very much for this opportunity to present stage 1, creating stock take and scanning items into the stock take.